Hi and welcome to the third episode in my Chile series. In this video, we fly from Santiago to Punta Arenas to get our car and start our road trip. So let's jump right into it. The flight was pretty uneventful and I was pleased with Latam. When we were coming in for landing, it got a little bumpy because it was super windy. I was okay, but my friend said she almost got sick. So if you're prone to motion sickness, be aware of that when you're flying down there. The Punta Arenas airport is very tiny, and we were instantly assaulted by wind when we walked outside to get our car. We had read it can be windy, and that is no joke. It was so windy. We did a hotel in Punta Arenas instead of Airbnb since we were there for just one night. The road noise ended up being super loud and there was all this weird drag racing or something going on all night, which was actually something we encountered in other places in Patagonia. Maybe that's a thing down there. Driving around town was a little stressful because even though it's not a huge city, it feels kind of cramped and there was a lot of traffic. We basically just used it as a stopover, so we didn't do a ton in town. Okay, today is the first day of our road trip. We're in Punta Arenas, and we're heading up to Puerto Natales. It's Sunday, so all the grocery stores are closed, but we found one that's open. It's owned by Walmart, of course. We're in Walmart and we're in Patagonia. They've taken over the world. The drive to Puerto Natales was on a nice, well-paved road and along the water the whole time. It was one lane each way, but the roads were very open and the scenery got more beautiful the more north we drove. We saw these emu-like birds and lots of sheep and guanacos. I liked Puerto Natales way better than Punta Arenas. It's easy to walk around and more mellow and more beautiful. There are stray dogs everywhere though. They're very sweet and they don't look super emaciated, but it's still kind of sad to see. It's really sad they leave like a plastic water bottle out and then they have these little houses for them.
Love Ruthie, huh? Look at those dogs. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's cute. Oh my goodness, you guys look like twinsies, huh? Are you twinsies?
Oh my gosh, when you said I don't have any food, he's like, bye. Once we got settled into our Airbnb, we went to check out some caves nearby. It was absolutely gorgeous out and the drive there was really nice. And even though I didn't think it would be that cool at first, I ended up having a lot of fun and I think they're definitely worth checking out if you have a free day in Puerto Natales. There are 3 caves you can visit. You can walk to all of them, but if you're short on time or you don't feel like walking, you can drive to 2 of them if you have a vehicle with high enough clearance. We opted for driving to the 2 caves because we were short on time, and as I wrote in my journal, the road was really bad, so it was fun to drive. Okay. What, did I go up on the side like this? Yeah. Whoa! I just went over some rocks. Sorry, we're just charging through here. I don't think that was really bad. We went backwards and we're at the 3rd cave entrance in the very back. Oh, it looks kind of slippery. Here's the cave entrance. It's kind of slippery steep coming down there. The caves were super dark and in certain parts you could easily hit your head on the ceiling, so be careful. I feel like they're like really dangerous, I know. I feel like you need a helmet to go in this. Okay, it's like a drop off. Brittany, I feel like this is dangerous. There's like a drop off. This is like a hazard waiting to happen. It's hard to see in the video, but it's like you can't see where you're going. Here goes Alyssa. These shoes are not meant for neither are these. I got my LA gear on. Okay, it's really low. Shit. Here comes Brett. Yeah. Okay, somebody like graffitied in here. Whoa. Wow. It's really sparkly. Wow, it's like really sparkly. It's really pretty. I feel like it must loop around, or is there like multiple? Ew. What the? Is there like multiple entrances or something? Yeah, look, it gets like really tiny back there. We went down a different route that took us down a little hill, and at the end of the hill was a wall covered in a giant black blob that looked like it was from a horror movie. My friend was behind me, and it freaked both of us out, and she went running up the hill, leaving me alone by the black blob. There was something really freaky and dark about it, and I still feel unsettled and funny when I think about the black blob wall. We got super confused when we got to the Devil's Resistance because we thought it was another cave. So we spent quite some time walking around it all over the rocks trying to find an entrance. When you come by the Devil's Seat, this is more a look at the structure of the rock, while the pathway to the cave is actually on the opposite side of the road. We're just like walking around this thing. We don't really know how to get there. Okay, the cave is not that giant rock. It's just along a nice, pleasant pathway back here. We were on the wrong side of the road as ones like this. Okay, this is the actual second cave. And they found a clone of a Mylodon. This cave is really big, bigger than the other one, I think. What, do people crawl down here? It's like really low. I feel like I'm gonna hit my head. The last cave we went to see was the main attraction. It was a huge walk-through cave and the main one people go to for pictures and for exploring. So there's like the fake animals. And then you can see, they show you which animals lived here. This says he was a relative of the sloth. You got a nice view of the mountains. And then you keep going up the boardwalk. Here's the cave. There's little birds. Look at that. Oh, I can hear kids screaming in there. The cave is really big. Way bigger than the other one. It was so beautiful and peaceful and relaxing out there. It was just a nice way to spend the afternoon. And to finish off the day, I taste tested a couple of goodies that I picked up at the store earlier that day. Okay, I've been seeing this everywhere. At grocery stores, at little stands on the street, and now I'm gonna try it. It smells really bad. It smells like weird gym socks, Brett. What does? This drink thing that I've been wanting to try. Ew. Okay. Oh my gosh, the smell. Not bad. It's actually pretty good. I like it. Yeah, it's like really mild, and I don't know what these weird fruit things are inside. They look kind of gross. But it's actually decent. You know I love my pudding cups, so I had to try the chili one. It's good. I like it. I think it's better than the ones I had on my Balkans road trip. I feel like it's not as watery. We got up early the next day to head to Torres Del Paine. We had read we needed to get tickets at the bus stop, so we went there before we left town. They told us a website where we could buy our tickets, which we did once they connected our phones to Wi-Fi for us. I don't really know why we had to go to the bus stop for that. I think we could have just done this at our Airbnb, but that was the information we had read online. It was quite a drive to the park. I think it took us 2.5 hours each way. Most of the drive is on a well-paved road, but once the road turns into gravel, it's an obnoxiously slow drive the rest of the way. Okay. Oh my gosh, they're all jumping over the fence. Isn't that so cute? Oh, goodness. Oh. Beeps, beep. Oh my gosh, that one is like looking right at us. How cute. Oh, his ears are flat. That's so cute. When you finally arrive at the entrance, you stop at the ranger station and show them your tickets. Your tickets and receipt will get emailed to you, so I'd suggest you take a screenshot of that so when you get to the park, you can easily pull it up under your photos in case you don't get signal out there and can't access your email. There is also a bathroom there with flushing toilets, but I don't think there was any toilet paper in there, and there was no soap either. Remember in the last video when I said the woman in the airport bathroom said, "This is Chile, you must always be prepared"? Yeah, well, we listened to her words and we had toilet paper with us at all times, so that was not a problem. Torres Del Paine is beautiful and we saw a lot of guanacos and some massive Andean condors. The roads were all gravel and we saw lots of little white tour buses hauling ass around the park, so watch out for those if you're driving yourself. We headed to our first hiking trail we picked out. Okay, this is the parking lot for the trail that we're gonna do. We didn't want to do anything too intense, so our first hike of the day was gonna be the Salto Grande Mirador Cuernos hike that was about 4 miles long. Now, get ready for a taste of some of that notorious Patagonia wind. Within minutes, we were being blown away by wind, and then the ranger came and closed off the trail because of the wind. Then we went to our next trail, and that one was too windy too. A lot of the trails were getting closed because of the wind, so our day became more of a driving adventure with some scenic points to stop off at and get out for a moment. In fact, it was so windy on one of the trails, I kind of lost my balance and landed on a spiky bush that left little splinter things in my hand for weeks. It was so beautiful there, and even though we drove all around, I feel like we barely scratched the surface. I drove the gravel portion to the park, all around the entire park and the whole way home, so I was exhausted by the time we got back. We were too tired to cook, so we decided to get food delivered and try this dish we had been seeing everywhere that was fries with beef and onions and eggs. We got a vegetarian version instead, though. It was very oily and had a lot of bloat-inducing veggies. I knew it wasn't going to sit right with me, so I only ate a little and I immediately took 3 Tums. My friend went to town on it, though, and this resulted in us missing a second day in Torres Del Paine. She spent most of the next day feeling nauseous, and as I have an extreme fear of V-Star, I was holed up in my room with my headphones on volume 1000, terrified to leave my room. She eventually felt well enough for us to take a nice crisp air walk around town and along the water. Although a second day in the park would have been nice, what was more important was my friend getting better, and I was able to use the time to catch up on work, so it was okay. That's the thing about traveling. You have to be flexible because sometimes things come up that you have no control over and you just have to roll with it. We were headed to El Calafate in Argentina next, so this is where we'll leave off. If you found any of this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to see my favorite places we went to on our Patagonia road trip, then hit subscribe and notify because that's what's coming up next. See you next time.